Man, so we're following a samurai called Jin... What the hell is his last name again?
Greatest karate tournament, the Sekai Taikai!
Damn, I didn't know he was into karate. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for today, this one's going to be doing my next game review. I let you guys know I was going to be doing this. This is my next big game review here. This one is reviewing Ghost of Tsushima from 2020. So, wanted to do a review on this game. I have just finished playing it for the very first time. I was playing through it, getting ready for, of course, the release of Yote, which is going to be this upcoming week, which, of course, we're going to be playing that as well, too. But I never ever played Ghost of Tsushima. Everybody always told me, Dan, this is one of the greatest games you'll ever play. And I was always like, man, really? Y'all are setting the bar pretty damn high. And after finishing this game, I only have one word to say. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful game. In every way, shape, or form. I mean, this game genuinely had everything you'd want from a samurai game or a samurai story or anything like that. Just a game in general. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect because I know that there is some stuff of this, which it's very, Japanese focused, of course, and I knew it had elements of real life involved in it, which was pretty insane. But it's obviously fictional characters like Jin and everything like that, But I was so blown away with the story. So, to kind of summarize what this is, basically, this is a Japanese war, basically. We've got our lead samurai character named Jin Sakai, and basically, we get to see his father basically get captured, basically, and taken by a group called the Mongols. And we have a massive battle at the beginning of this where basically we get to see him kind of, witness everything that goes down. And then, well, obviously, a big character does end up dying in the battle right at the beginning, and we get to see a very brutal death. Now, the Mongols are very intense, characters. They're very intense villains, and I must say, instantly when I stepped into this, I mean, the sword fighting and the shit that they make you do is insane. I mean, it's nuts. And I liked seeing the flashbacks of young Jin. And you're actually trained as a player in this one to learn the ways and learn how to take people down. They very much guide you through it and teach you, which I think is very good. A lot of games, you get thrown into shit and you're just like, what? I don't know how to do that. This game, I actively learned as I went on how to do this shit. You know what I mean? And I think that's a really important thing. I think the game was very good at showing you how to do all that. And the flashbacks with young Jin learning how to become a samurai, I think was very good. And I think they did a very good job. And, well, obviously, the location that they train in is very crucial to where the game goes later on, which we'll talk about that. But Lord Shimura obviously kind of, is the guy that he kind of looks up to and he kind of works with and everything, and it gets pretty insane. So the Mongols were really great. The leader of the Mongols was really insane as well too. The lead guy. His name always escapes me, but he was a really intimidating character. I know the actor. I've seen him in many things before. But he was very intimidating, I will say, and very good. Now let's talk about a few of the side characters as well too. Now that obviously we kind of get the gist of how the story begins. Obviously he's on a mission to get his dad, and obviously he's having to get through the Mongols in order to do that. We see some great locations, but we also get some great new characters as well. We get Yuna, which I thought was great. She's probably my second favorite from this game. She was a very good, kind of sidekick to Jin, and she backed him up. Very good, I would say, honestly. I really liked her. Very badass female character. We also had Taka, of course, which is her brother, which I really liked him as well, too. I thought he was really great. We've got Kenji. I really liked him as well, too. Now, another massive character that's in this game, and a character that honestly got under my skin, in a good way, though. I thought the character was good, was Ryuzo. Ryuzo was kind of a bitch, he kind of turned on Jin about halfway through this, kind of was in it for himself, you know what I mean? And then, well, you do end up facing him later on, during a battle later in the game, of course, where he takes him out, Lord Shimura doesn't really like that so much, you know what I mean? So, I thought that character was pretty insane as well too. And well, of course, one of the biggest moments of this game is obviously when you get captured and you get the choice. Obviously you're stuck there, obviously, and you're like, okay, surrender. And Jin's like, no, I'm not going to surrender. So in return, the Mongols kill Taka, and unfortunately he gets beheaded right in front of Jin, and that's when I was just like, okay, this game is fucking nuts. Like, what the hell? Beheads him right in front of him because Jin says that he will not surrender. Now, you could argue maybe if he said, like, I'll surrender, I'll do whatever you please, then maybe, they could have maybe gone about it in a different way, but I don't think they would have. But, Jin definitely carries that guilt, and obviously now Yuna has to see this, and she obviously is kind of stuck in the middle of this. She, has an emotional breakdown. Her and Jin get out of there, and obviously they go at the Mongols head on, and it's absolutely insane. And, one of my favorite elements of the story is Jin's character, because this is a man that was raised with honor, and, he did things the way normal samurais were supposed to do it. And as you kind of go throughout the game, he starts that way, but then it kind of turns into more stealth killing, more non-traditional ways of samurai behavior, and I thought that was an interesting test for his character, and I thought they made that very interesting because, you're kind of faced with a lot of different situations with him, whether or not he's doing things the right way or the wrong way, and Lord Shimura obviously kind of notices that, and, they have a debate on how things are done, and then, ultimately, at the end of the second act of the game, which was definitely the biggest act of the game, the second act of the game, it was very big, but at the end, they basically, put him under arrest and lock him up, and, then you gotta go into the final act of the story, which is kind of the wrap-up of everything at that point. Taka's dead, and obviously everything's gone down, the battles have gone down with the Mongols and everything, but now that Jin is kind of a prisoner to them, obviously he now has to get out, and he escaped rather easily, I will say, but obviously it's for convenience of the story. And obviously we couldn't go out of it without another death right at the beginning of the third act. His horse gets poisoned and killed as it goes down, and Jin loses his horse, unfortunately, trying to get away from captivity, which I thought was really insane as well, too. But, yeah, he gets out of there. His horse doesn't, unfortunately. Very emotional sequence there. And, basically, then you get the final act. You get, of course, the woman who obviously her, loved one. She lost them, of course, at the beginning of the game, and now she's obviously trying to get revenge. And she goes with Jin and stuff like that, and we get kind of the final stand, of course, where Jin obviously kills the Mongols leader, of course, which was big, and then obviously at the end of the game, you get the massive sequence with Lord Shimura where they are standing in front of where he was training him to fight when he was, younger, and we see obviously a lot of, shit going on there where they're standing in the same spot. Jin has to use his tactics to kill Lord Shimura, and that is ultimately the decision I chose at the end of the game.
Find me in the next life. I will.
You can either spare him and go on, or you can kill him. I decided to kill him, more so just because it was what the guy wanted, and it felt like kind of the right decision in that moment. Everything, that went down over the course of the game, I felt like killing him was a better option, but that's insane. One of the things that the game does, and I was kind of noticing it as I was going through, there's a lot of choice-based things going on. It's almost like a Telltale game, you know what I'm saying? And that was very interesting to me. But on top of that, at the end of the game, there were choices here and there, like, oh, you could say this or say this. Very basic stuff, But at the end of the game, I was like, they're going to give us one choice. I know they're going to give us a big choice. I felt it coming. And yeah, you can decide to spare Lord Shimura, or you can kill him. And I decided to kill him. Like I said, maybe a controversial decision. I went with killing him. I would actually like to hear your guys' perspective. What did you do to him at the end of the game? I decided to take him out, but again, that's just me, of course. Maybe some people saw it differently. I would love to hear if you did, any differently. Yeah, it was nuts, man. It was a nuts way to end, and obviously now he is the ghost of Tsushima. Now, that's a general recap of the story and everything you have going on in the story of Ghost of Tsushima. It's really good. Like I said, I know there is some real-life elements to it with obviously fictional characters involved. So it's a piece of history, you know what I'm saying? And that's really insane as well, of course. But honestly, that's just one thing. This is one of the best games in terms of combat I've ever played. I'm not going to lie. It was really great. Also, and this honestly might be a popular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is visually the best game I've seen. I mean, the visuals of this look better than real life. Like, that's how good they were. This shit looks insanely good. It looks insanely good. To a degree where I honestly couldn't even get over the fact that this was a video game. The visuals of like the fall times, the vines, the wind blowing and the way everything looked and everything. I mean, it is one of the best games I've ever played. You know what's funny? In terms of visuals, it is the best game I've ever played. I'm not even going to cap. It's the best game I've ever played in terms of just the visual element of the game. And with combat, it's up there as well, too. I don't know if it's like the best game combat-wise, but it's one of them. It's up there for sure. But visually, man, I really want to applaud the team that created this game to make it look as nice as it was, because the story was good enough. It kept me hooked in, but you know, you want your game to be visually good, and to be honest, that's what made me play this game. When I saw the visuals of this and certain trailers and this, I was like, oh my god, what is that? Like, you know, so I had to play it, not to mention I knew the sequel was coming out as well too, but I was like, nah, man, like, what is this? Like, what are those visuals? Like, damn, you know? So it is the best game I've ever played in that element. I think visually it is the best game I've ever played, yeah. Which might be a high standard, you know what I'm saying? That might be a kind of a crazy statement, but I would say I've never played a game more visually appealing. It's genuinely just, I mean, for those that have played it, you know what I mean. You can't take your eyes off of it. It's insane. And then when they do the winter setting in Act 3, I mean, that shit just, if anything, put the cherry on top of how beautiful this game was, you know what I mean? Insanely good. Insanely good. But anyway, loved that. Loved everything about the visuals. Overall, like I said, the combat, the training, the music. The music was great. That's another thing I loved about this game was the soundtrack. The choice-based thing was a nice feature to this as well. Very nice feature to it. And, well, I mean, in terms of the characters, Jin is a standout for gaming for me. Like, his journey, his story, everything he has to do in, you know, the overarching story here, is insane. The journey of that character is massive, and he's without a doubt my favorite character of this game. However, I will say, Yuna and, you know, a few others, you know, were really good as well, too. Taka was good, and, obviously, you know, the Lord himself, you know, he was great. And they had a lot of great stuff, you know what I mean? But I think those were some standouts for me of the game. The visuals and everything. I mean, it just, honestly, there is nothing I couldn't say good about this game. You know what I mean? So, I think y'all could probably guess where this is going. I have a perfect 10 out of 10 for this game. Ghost of Tsushima is one that I could not recommend enough. If anybody is looking to play a good samurai, you know, good character, good action, good samurai, good visually appealing story. I mean, it's got everything. It's got everything you'd want. And for that, I highly applaud the creators of this game. I'm very excited for what they have for Ghost of Yote now. I'm not going to lie. Like, how the hell are you going to follow this up? You know what I'm saying? But I will be checking it out probably in a few weeks' time. We'll do a review for Ghost of Yote on the channel. I will definitely be back to cover that. Obviously, it's going to take me a few weeks to probably play it, so obviously you'll have to be a little patient with me on that. But it comes out this upcoming week, so I got caught up just in time, and good lord, man. In about another year or two, I could see myself going back and playing this game, you know what I mean? So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to the next game, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with it, you know what I mean? Because I feel like they could do anything with this next game. They could do anything. So, anyway, yeah, this is a top-tier game for me. The people that were recommending this game to me, I thank you, because honestly, I understood it. I was like, oh man, let's hope they're not building this up too much, and I get disappointed. No, it's still, even despite how much people talk this up, this exceeded my expectations. So, for all those that recommended it to me, you know who you are. Thank you for the recommendation. If you have any other games that are this damn good, let me know. Yeah, we'll be reviewing Yote, guys. We're going to be reviewing Yote probably at some point in October. I'll have that review for y'all out. Maybe about midways through the month, something like that, maybe late October at the latest. It's going to take me a while, obviously, to play through it, so obviously, you know, it's going to take some time, but I'm going to savor it, man. I'm very excited for this next game. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic freaking game. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shed a TV light.